Hey guys, today we're at the Truck and Auto auctions, and I ended up picking up a 2009 Dodge Ram 3500 Cummins diesel. Just got her loaded up. It's a 6-speed manual. It's a year older than my 2010, my white truck that I'm pulling it with. I got a really good deal on it. It looks in fairly good shape overall. Needs a few little things, and the transmission is sounding bad. I think it needs a new clutch. I haven't actually test driven it yet, other than just putting it on the truck here. They don't let you test drive vehicles, but just from the sounds of it, I think it's gonna need a new clutch. But it's not too expensive to do. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Just got her chained down, and we'll be taking her home. This will be my second truck. Maybe that means I can have another driver eventually, but for now at least I'll have another truck just in case something goes bad. I'm out of my other truck. I can't use it for a while. I'll have this truck. I'm gonna have to go through it, gonna mount an extra fuel tank in the back and do a few things to it, and obviously fix the transmission issues. But yeah, it's a pretty nice truck. Pretty excited about it, and for the price I got it, I paid less than $10,000 for this truck, so even got fairly new tires on it, so pretty excited about it. It does have higher miles, 264,000 miles on it, but the Cummins diesel and the manual, I think we can get a lot more use out of this. Alright, we are in the shop right now. We got the truck in. I think I did pretty well on this one for the price I got it for. Engine and everything here looks pretty clean. I did put a new air filter in it and just changed the oil out. The oil was pretty dirty, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. It's still all original. It's got all the EGR stuff still on it, emissions equipment. It's held up by a 2x4 here because those shocks are worn out. I got some new ones up here. We're gonna put those in. But it does have one major issue, and that might be the clutch, or it might just have been that it was low on transmission fluid. When I was underneath the truck, I found out there was leaking oil from the top. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything. When I changed the oil, tried to clean it up a bit, but it did leak a lot of oil from there. There's two possible locations it could be coming from. It might be that it's coming from the top of the transmission where the shifter was. Well, actually I know for sure there's oil coming out of there, because this is the boot, this is the shifter, this is the boot that was on there. And you can see how cracked this was. This thing was super dirty, and you could see that oil had been leaking out of there for sure. And then even this boot that goes over it had a big hole in it too, so there was oil going all sorts of places. But there might also still be leaking from the engine itself, from the rear main seal. That could be another possibility. I just got some new parts in here. To get the actual Mopar parts, they wanted, just for this one, they wanted like $184, and then I found this on I think it was on Amazon for 20 bucks. And then this one actually came in a Mopar box, but I got it for like half the price that they sell it for. So anyway, I got those. We're gonna put those back on, put it all together. It does look like the transmission fluid is pretty low on it, so that could be a possible issue of why it's making so much noise when you let the clutch out. So yeah, I'm gonna see if we can put that transmission back together. I'll show you guys the inside here with everything taken apart. Right here, this is where the shifter comes onto. It's a little dark in here. Just gotta put that back together, and then put a bunch more transmission fluid in it, because it is pretty low, and maybe that will fix my issue if that gets rid of the weird noises that the transmission is making. I would be really happy. If not, I bet it might need a new clutch, and hopefully it gets rid of the oil leak too. If not, you know, if it needs a new clutch anyway, we're gonna have to take the transmission out, and it's not too hard to replace the rear main seal at the same time. So yeah, we'll get started on it, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Hopefully turns out well, and this was a good investment. Well guys, it's been a couple weeks. I had to park the truck outside here to make room for some other projects in the shop. Basically what's going on is I think it's gonna need a complete transmission rebuild. When I changed the transmission oil in it, it had a lot of metal dust in it, and I don't think it's actually the clutch. It's probably the synchros in the transmission. So I've looked around to see what a new transmission would cost. I called Chrysler in Portland, and they actually don't sell remanufactured ones anymore. They only sell the new ones. This was 9,300. So this is way too much. I did look at some aftermarket rebuild units, and they were around 4,000 or 5,000. This is still more than I want to pay for this, really. But it is a manual transmission, which is a lot easier to rebuild than an automatic. I've been looking at some videos on how to do that, so I think that's going to be a project I'm going to be undertaking. And yeah, it also has a leak from the rear main seal or somewhere around there. It could still be coming from the transmission. It's no longer coming from the top when I replaced that boot on the shifter, but it's still leaking a little oil somewhere. It's really not that much. It's not that bad. I don't, even after sitting out here for 2 weeks, you can't really see much. There's just a tiny little drip there, but it'd be nice to get it fixed when I pull the transmission out. So yeah, that's what's been going on. I actually have not been hotshotting for almost 3 months now. You can see the trailer's getting dirty sitting in the yard here. I have some other stuff that I have going on during the summer for 5 months, so I'm doing something else yeah, for 2 more months, and then I'll be starting the hotshot business back up. And yeah, hopefully pretty soon after that I'll also get this truck up and running. I did drive it for a bit too. It actually drives really good, and the clutch grabs really well. So I think the clutch probably has been replaced at some point, or it's still good. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the transmission that's causing the issues, just because of all that fine metal dust that I found in the transmission fluid. The research I did, I think it's probably gonna be the synchros. But anyway, we'll find out when we start it all taken apart. And yeah, I got a few other projects in the shop right now that take priority. And yeah, maybe if you guys are interested in car videos and stuff like that, I have some other projects going on as well. Kind of been doing some research at starting my own car dealership as well. Maybe starting a second business, but that's still probably at least a year out before I get to that point. But I've got a pretty nice shop here, and that I can work on cars and trucks and everything. So if you guys are interested in other videos, I'll probably try and keep this channel Hotshot related. But if you guys are interested in that, leave a comment, let me know, and maybe I'll post some videos of what we got in the shop right now, what we got going on. So yeah, that's it. And then in 2 weeks, in 2 months, I'll definitely be getting back into hotshot trucking, and I'll be able to make a lot more money with that than the other job I'm doing right now. But the other job is just something I really like and have been doing for the last 5 years, and I didn't really let them know soon enough that I thought about maybe not coming back this summer, so I decided to go back and that's been a fun summer so far, and I'm still off here on the weekends working on stuff and been able to go to some auctions and bought this truck and a few other things. So yeah, it's going pretty well, and yeah, hopefully pretty soon I'll be back into the hotshotting game and we'll get this truck all fixed up, and who knows, maybe I'll be able to take on a second driver. Yeah, it's all up in the air still. I've heard the freight market is down right now, so we'll see how it's going to be in 2 months and how things go, and there'll definitely be more videos coming, and yeah, I'll try and keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching.